Well, then we should be streaming.
All right.
Should be live.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going. All
right.
How you doing now? First off, how do you say your last name?
It's Repasy.
Repasy.
Like you're passing a football.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to read it and I was typing it and I was like, pretty sure I can't say that correctly.
It's Hungarian.
Oh, is that what you're saying the Russian for?
Oh, no. I just say it in Russian because I drink vodka on the rocks. But Repasy is my husband's last name.
Oh, okay.
His family's from Hungary.
Hey,
So.
Isn't he gonna rock climb?
Yes, he wants to. I keep telling him about you. I'm like, no, you gotta be friends with this guy. He's so cool. You know? Yeah. You're gonna have to teach him though.
I'm sure I'll be. It's not as big as a deal as people make it.
Okay.
It's more of a mental game. But
Okay.
what started the vodka? Like, when did that fire up?
So when I was like underage, so like 24, I was all about like tequila, and then I got really sick, and then I tried whiskey, then I tried scotch, and then one day I tried vodka, and I was like, it's my drink. You know?
Just water.
Well, vodka sometimes, or yeah, with water. Sometimes I'll do it with soda water. Sometimes I'll have a, what are they called? A Chilton with no salt. Mm-hmm.
That's called I like vodka, but it's like a Ninja.
A Ninja.
Yeah, because you can hammer them back. They taste delicious. They're good. 6-7 drinks in. Next thing you know, you wake up.
Oh man, I'm feeling like crap.
Well, you just wake up and you're like, oh man, I crashed out at midnight. Like, no, dude, you're up to 4 smashing stuff. So I do want to ask you about Bell's palsy because I was reading about it.
Yes.
And I know you had it for.
I had it for about. I wasn't fully healed till I would say like 3 months in, but what I did is, so I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I noticed that I didn't have any like taste, like in my taste buds. So I was a little like, okay, that's weird. So then I went to the gym and I was doing chest day, and I noticed that, like, you know how you make your face, like your workout face. And I noticed like one of my, like this side of my lip was like acting weird. And then when I went home, Mark was like, hey babe, like, half your face isn't working. And I was like, oh my God, I'm having this, you know, I'm not, a stroke. I was like freaking out. So he was like, oh, I think you'll be okay. And I was like, no, I'm gonna, either you're going with me to the hospital or I'm going by myself. So he ended up going with me, and it turned out I had Bell's palsy, and what it's actually from is stress. So so I've made it. Ever since then, I try and be real chill. I try and just, you know, not have stress in my life. And that's like a huge goal for me in 2020 is just not be, just relax. You know what I mean? So you're not like born with it? You manifest it through stress? It's because a nerve it swells in your brain, and it causes it to cut off about right here where the nerve goes through like your skull, and it puts pressure on it to where half of your face is paralyzed. And there's nothing you can do. You literally have to chill out. Right. So I would rub my face, I would put a hot cloth on it, but then again, I was working at 5-star, so every day I took like a couple days off, but then I went to work and I was like, so guys, this is going to be really, you know what I mean? Like really good for you. But I think talking so much really helped heal it as well. Absolutely. Yeah. So, and then I didn't take it. Yeah. And I didn't take it as why me. I literally like sat in bed and I was like, okay, there's a lesson to learn from this, right? And I think it made me more confident now because I had to talk with half a face. Right, and I had to be confident in myself going out in public. I wasn't gonna I could have been like, oh, poor me, look at me, let me just stay inside and be miserable, but that's not how I am as a person. So I was like, you know, screw it, you know what I mean? Like, girl, put your makeup on, do your hair. I just had a little eye patch on, and I just went about my business. I think it was, I actually had it for me and Mark, our anniversary. I had Bell's palsy, and I got dressed up, I looked cute for my man, and he was so sweet. He really made sure that I felt loved, but it really made me realize how some people are treated. You know what I mean? Like someone who absolutely, like, people would look at me like I was a monster. People would, like, I shop in the Buckle just for jeans because, you know, the place is expensive, but I I went in there and no one would acknowledge me. You know what I mean? They all looked at me like I was a freak. It was everywhere. Everyone just stared at me. So it made me realize what some people go through on a daily basis.
You should have went, ah!
I'm a freak.
Yeah. So it went from day one kind of feeling funny. How fast it progressed?
I would say,
because I remember in your Instagram, I remember just like checking on there. It was like from one day to the next. I was like, whoa! Like I thought stroke. 100%.
Oh yeah, I had a friend who had a stroke, and it was like worse. Our friend Bobby back in Oklahoma, he had a really bad stroke. But it was, I would say, the day before I did chest day, I noticed my mouth. I didn't have any taste, and I didn't put it together. But then again, who thinks they're gonna wake up with Bell's palsy? You know what I mean? And then right after it was immediately.
The next day,
it was legit. And then I had it once, and I can get it again for the rest of my life.
From stress.
Just from stress. If you get it once, you can have it forever.
My wife stresses hardcore, so I always tell her to chill out.
Stress
manifests a lot. Stress causes a lot.
It causes weight gain.
Cortisol levels rise. So
absolutely. And then it causes you to like over process and overthink things that you know that more than likely isn't going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like perceiving something in the future that hasn't happened. Almost prepare yourself for it.
Yeah.
Just wait. It's like a little like a jackrabbit. That's too.
Absolutely.
I think there's more people that probably live like that than not. So.
Yeah, I agree.
I've met more people now in the past 5 years that have anxiety attacks. Like it's almost a normal thing. That wasn't very normal years ago.
Right, and I think a lot of people, I really think it's society. Everybody thinks you're supposed to look one way and be one way, and if you're not this way, then, you're not perfect. You know what I mean? And that's, Hot Works right here, Hot Works. That's the thing, that's going to help you with anxiety. It's really good for people with anxiety, with depression.
Heat shock protein.
Absolutely.
So, let me ask you this. Did you get funnier looks when you had half a face or when you had all your weight? What was
I would say I would have people laugh at me in the gym.
Is this with the eye patch on?
No, this is when I was overweight. When I was overweight.
So I didn't realize when I saw like Instagram getting more, I was like, oh wow, you're 300 pounds. 300. That's insanity. And you lost a person.
Yeah, I literally half of, well, with the help with Mark. Mark showed me around in the gym, and now,
I mean, you didn't pay a trainer, just you and him working together.
That's right.
That's badass.
That's right.
It's a lot of work.
Yes, it's hard. And I tell people, because you see things on Pinterest, give it 3 months, No, you better give it a whole year, because, you know what I mean?
It's got to be sustainable. Like, when I train people, I tell them, what about food? I'm like, well, you can't eat chicken and broccoli and rice every meal. That sucks. So you got to find sustainable, like, slowly pull things out. Like, sugar, probably can get rid of as quick as possible. And, like, I have Sunday. Sunday, eat whatever I want, as much as I want. And then, like, some people I train, even in the middle of the week, I'm like, hey, dude, if you want a cheap meal or whatever, have it, pick your day. But on Sunday's your day, whatever, eat all day.
Right.
And then find food that you like to eat. Just slowly pick away, little by little, at the easiest things to get rid of, and working on to the hardest things. Because if it's not sustainable, it's just going to come back. Like if you lost 100 pounds doing like some crazy pills from a medical spa and eating like 1,000 calories or whatever a day.
Of course, you're gonna lose weight like quickly.
Yeah, but so you can come right back.
Right, absolutely.
As soon as you start eating food that's normal again.
Absolutely. And that's the same with like keto. I tell people like there's no harm in doing keto. I started out with keto basically, and lifting heavy compound weights. You can't be on keto. You know what I mean? You gotta eat your carbs. You know what I mean?
You can, but you're gonna perform better with carbs.
Right.
I was a full keto, did CrossFit, but I went to a Paddington gym for about a year, maybe less than a year. But shout out Iron Will. If you want to be powerful and strong, that's the best place to go. But I was doing bench press, like heavy weights, pumping up, felt strong, totally fasted, all keto. I was doing a carnivore diet, so I was full-fledged keto.
Okay.
And he was like, dude, can you just like do something for me? I was like, yeah, what? He's like, just take this little scoop of powder in this water, it's carbs. He's like, just drink it. So we should go. I drank it 2 minutes later. He's like, all right, let's go. I look down, my arms are like, veins are blasted. same way I did before. Feel fresh, felt good on the first set.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was like, okay, I got you. Jet fuel.
Right.
Jet fuel. The carbs are good.
They are
but
good.
But you use them at the right time.
Right.
Like before a workout.
That's right.
And carbs ain't bad really even throughout the day, but don't do carbs and fat together.
Right. I agree. I seen your post today when you were saying that.
I was talking, the reason I posted that is because this girl's, she came in for a one session deal and she was like asking some questions, quick tips. Was like, carbs and fat, just if you can keep away from that together, you can have some carbs, but just, I say that, don't be like smashing rolls in your face.
Right.
And expect to lose weight.
Right.
But things like that, little tips that people just don't understand. Right. Think how many times you have a big fat ribeye and then some potatoes and then some rolls. I mean, first of all, 2 sets of carbs. Next to some fat and proteins. And then when fats are, people are like, what's fats? It's chicken, no fat, like lean meat, so chicken, like lean beef you can get away with. Things like that. I mean,
we usually do we get the turkey, the HEB turkey. It's like 99.1. We usually eat that. We'll eat turkey tacos, things like that. I make
a good looking food when I see you post it.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you lost your weight with. So what? When you first started losing weight, were you like, what did you do first? Were you like, first of all, you're like, all right, I'm fucking done with this. We're gonna lose some weight. What are we doing now?
So what happened is I was graduating cosmetology school, and my best friend of 20 years, Tiffany, she lives in Kansas. Love you, babe. No. And she was like, hey, we're going to Vegas. And it was around the time that I was graduating cosmetology school. And we were like, bet, let's do it, right? So we got the tickets. It's all the way in August, so we bought the tickets in November. And I was like, okay, either A, I can be insecure, think my man is looking at every other woman and just not have a good time, or I can do something about it and feel good in my own skin. So there's things that I tell people. It doesn't matter how many times you say you want to lose weight, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But if you don't love yourself, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you know what I mean? Because you can't fix something you hate, but you can fix something you love. So the first thing I had to do was practice positive affirmations in the mirror. You know what I mean? I am beautiful, I am strong, I am confident. And anytime I get any type of negative, thoughts or anything like that, that's what I do. I go to my affirmations, and every time I worked out, I would literally picture myself this is what I'm going to look like. And that's still what I do, because I lost a whole person, but I'm still not where I want to be. You know what I mean?
No, people are trained, I'm a mind body dude. If you're not connecting them, it's not going to work. And then if you're not feeling confident in what you're doing, everything's going to be awkward.
Right.
So I tell people, first off, you're in an awkward situation, in an awkward place, struggling in something you don't want to do, but you're doing because it's something you need to do.
Right.
And then you look around all these other people, these little girls with their tube tops and they're jacked, and these dudes with their cut off shirts and they're jacked.
Right.
And they're all in the mirror and they're doing their thing. It's like, well, that's easy for them.
Right.
It's a show. They're just showing. They're just showing off. They're getting in shape. But for the most part, a lot of them, it's a big cock show. It's a big feathers out. We're doing our thing. The people in there overweight that feel awkward, those are the real warriors because they're struggling.
Absolutely.
They're doing the work. They're here going, I do not want to be here. I do not feel confident. We do these things called smart starts, and when they come through, they're badass. I can give a person an hour of training. They have to pay for it. I mean, get one, but I can give them some ideas and some circuits to do. And then I can, and more than anything, confident, I can tell them, we're in a little dome of privacy. Fuck all these people. Right, absolutely. And I don't care what's going on here. Because I see their eyes wander. Right. It's stop.
Don't care. Who cares if they're watching you? You know what I mean?
They're not watching you. What's funny, I guarantee you, been in the gym a long time, that the other people, even the ones that look like they're in shape, feel as awkward as you do there. There's a lot of people that I knew guys that were built well and they went to the gym for years, and then they asked me, hey Kyle, what about this? What do you do for this? I'm like, dude, I don't know, what are you doing? You look fine. Right. But I have no idea what I'm doing. What do you mean you have no idea? You've been in the gym for 4 or 5 years. I see you all the time. Yeah, I know these little movements that I've done for 4 or 5 years, but I don't know what I'm doing, what they're supposed to do, or how it's connected. I'm like, huh. Well, that's weird. Right. And they're like, I feel stupid as shit. And you're like, well, you look great. And half the time, your insecurities and your flaws, other people don't see them like you see them. You know what I mean? Magnified. 100%. 100%. Like, other guys come and like, man, you got OSHA legs like you. I get genetically big ass legs. I don't have to do legs. I don't have to do a squat for the rest of my life. I don't have ginormous legs.
Right.
But I have cankles. Ginormous cankles. I'm like, yeah, look at these cankles. That's what I see. You see big legs, I see a hunk of cankle.
Right.
So the mind, body, and the self, like you're saying, the self-confidence that's the most huge thing. So you started just by saying, I tell people, like, especially a lot of girls, I'm like, when you go back in your car and you look in the mirror, like, I'm a fucking badass.
That's right.
And I'd say, fucking hell, I'm like, because mean it, like,
right,
be a little aggressive,
absolutely,
and like, be a warrior. If you can't be a warrior, like, you can't.
Absolutely.
And if you're fighting to lose 100 pounds and you're gonna go about it in a meek way, it's gonna be probably pretty tough for you.
Oh yeah.
So then, after you got your mind right, what did you do?
I just started day by day going to the gym, and then I did a little bit of research, try to like work on my nutrition, and I did hair for a while, and then that's when I got into 5-Star, and that really taught me more about meal planning, the in-body, like protein, all of that, and that really changed, my perspective on everything. But for the most part, it was me showing up every day, not giving up on myself. There's some mornings I still do it. I've been working out for a little over 2 years, and I still have to cuss, bitch, get the fuck up. Go, get up, go to the gym. Because if you don't yell at yourself, you're going to be like, oh, I'll start tomorrow. You know what I mean? You can always make excuses, but if you don't show up for yourself, who's going to show up for you? No one.
Exactly.
No one.
I tell people, like, I don't want to go and just like get there and just kind of like halfway go through the motions. Like, fuck that, go through the motions. Get up there, move around, make it a habit to go. Even if you can only go, even if you like literally just drive there, show up and do a set and leave. Do that every day until eventually you start working, like make it a habit to show up.
So when we get in the hot works, you let me know, because I know how to take care of that.
Yeah. That's insanity though, like hot yoga,
so it's everything.
weightlifting.
So no, the weightlifting part is in the back. So Hot Works is an infrared fitness studio. So we offer 15 to 30 minute classes. So those 15 to 30 minute classes, you're going to burn more calories than you would an hour on a treadmill.
100%.
So 100%, yes sir. And you're still you're still burning calories an hour after your workout because your core is so warm. So we use infrared energy that heats the room. It's not like a traditional sauna where it heats the air, so it's stuffy and hard to breathe.
Right, it's lasers.
Yeah, you're still, well, you don't see it, obviously, yeah. But it's going to help you detox. It's going to help you tone up. It's, tone, it's going to help you get rid of some cellulite. You're going to feel better. So if you have like knee problems, ankle problems, like it's all low impact. So you can expect to burn calories. You're going to feel better about yourself. And it took me a year to lose 85 pounds. There's men and women that it's taken them 5 months to lose 85 pounds at Hot Works. Wow. It's legit. I'm not the type of person to just work somewhere. I literally have to believe in it. You know what I mean? So like Kenny Woods, he's at CrossFit Mix. And he was like, hey, Amber, I know, one of my friends, he's looking for someone, and I just think it would be perfect. I've already told him about you, just send your resume. And I was like, okay. So I did that, and then I got hired on, and then they sent me to Seminole, and I went the day after leg day. Okay, so obviously, the day after leg day.
It's a good day to go to the sauna room or
Right. So we have, so I did Blast, but we have yoga, we have Pilates, we have buns, we have core, we have bands. And in the back area is the FX zone where it's going to have dumbbells, medicine balls, battle ropes. No, that's the only area that's not heated, yeah. So
the non-psychopaths go over there, and the psychopaths go in the hot room.
That's right, yeah. But it's only 15 to 30 minutes, my man. It's literally so the people that are like, I don't have time. So Anyways, backstory. So I did blast, which is like an elliptical up top and a speed bike at the bottom, and you still turn the tension. I did that for 15 minutes, then I rested for about 10 minutes, and then I got into the yoga. And the whole time in both classes, my legs were burning. Like, it was like crucial.
Felt good after though.
Man, I slept so good that night, and the next day it was literally like I didn't work legs out. I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold. Yeah. I was like, I'm good.
I did hot yoga, but it was in a yoga like steamish room with. It was like death. It was good, and I was the only person that was dying. Looking around, I was like, everyone's doing fine.
Right.
I did about 20 minutes. It was an hour. I did about 20 minutes. I got out, but when I left there after about 15 minutes, I was like, oh my god, I feel so good.
Yeah.
I feel so good. So, how big are the rooms? How many people go?
They're like 3 people go in the room.
Oh,
so yeah. So we have 8 saunas, and remember the classes are only 15 to 30 minutes long. So it's boom, 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 right? Unlimited classes, 24 hours a day. So yep.
So there's always somebody there running the class?
No, it's like Peloton. It's all virtual.
Computers.
Yeah.
It's like a full Star Trek
legit.
place. Lasers,
Yeah.
virtual trainer.
It's pretty legit. Yeah. So doing the classes, if you have inflammation, if you have joint pain, if you have arthritis, if you have psoriasis, if you work in the oil field and you're around those chemicals, this is going to be amazing for you. So I have a story. So we actually dedicated a sauna to some firemen, because a lot of firemen actually get cancer from fighting out the fires with all the chemicals and things that they're putting out.
Right.
And some firemen were complaining about 3-4 days after the fire that they were still smelling all the chemicals on their skin and their hair, just everywhere. So we dedicated a sauna to them, and they went in there, and 30-45 minutes later they said it was gone, the smell was gone, they felt better, they slept better, they had more energy. So if you're in the oil field, this is going to be really good for you, because it's going to help you detox those chemicals out, those metals, you know what I mean? Like, it's a harsh environment, and that's really going to help them as well.
Makes sense though.
Absolutely. If you want more radiant, beautiful skin, that's going to help you out right there. If you're just looking to lose weight, like, I hate cardio, okay?
Right.
So I don't know if you see me this morning, but I only warm up like 10 minutes on the treadmill, my man. Like, I'm just like, like, ugh. So,
I don't do that kind of cardio. My cardio is like swinging weights.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I watch your videos. You're pretty legit, bro.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm so excited for Hot Works to open. Like, I'm telling people, don't sleep on this, because this is, I'm going to another level this year. I have a cruise in November with my family, and I'm gonna look so
you got a year.
Mm-hmm.
A year? Oh, that's got
Oh yeah.
So when did you start losing weight at 300 pounds?
So, it's when I was probably in the middle. It's probably when I started cosmetology school. So I've been graduated for about a year. So, no, 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years. So I just started in school. I was like, I'm about to be 30, and I have goals, and I want to reach those goals. So my goal, I want to graduate cosmetology in less than a year, which I did, and that I wanted to lose weight for that trip in August, which I did. And I'm still a little big, you know what I mean? You have to keep going and going and going, you know what I mean?
Well, you did, if that's essentially 50 pounds or so a year, that's a healthy way to do it. Because a woman will shock her hormones and jack everything up, losing 100 pounds way too fast.
You lose your hair, everything.
Your menstrual cycle will stop, be off, or it'll not stop. That's so the way you did it is probably the smartest way. Long term.
Sir. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I like the word optimal. It's my favorite word.
Optimal.
I like to work out to be optimal.
Optimal.
Well, think about it. It would be optimal, to be I guess I think to be elite would be over optimal. I say, but elite can only last for so long. Elite can get you hurt after so long. Optimal is something I can maintain till I'm 70, till I hopefully die.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I tell people is that you can't think that this is a 12-week program, because then you're just gonna what little weight you do lose, you're gonna gain it back, because usually the first month when you work out, you actually gain weight because your muscles go into shock and you swell. You know what I mean? So I actually knew a girl that she was working out, and she literally worked out for a week and she stopped working out. I was like,
Didn't
why? Yeah, she said, oh, I didn't see any results. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you literally worked out for a week and then stopped. Like, a lot of people think it's like, oh, I lifted some weights, now I'm gonna have an ass, you know what I mean? And it's not like that.
The best thing a person can do to get a fast result, to get the feeling good, so they'll stay at it. Because once you see something, oh, I'll do this, is like, it sounds silly, it's neuroscience of shit, but it's just something I've done forever. So let's say for years I lacked on my chest, or a couple months, a month or two or a year, I haven't done much. But my chest and shoulders just pop a little more. Even if it's not chest day, I'll go find something to do for chest. I'll just 4 sets, I'll force blood into it. And I will see it grow pretty fast. But it'll plateau in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's done. I need to like get off of it for a whole week or two, let it heal. But essentially it's just like filling it full of blood, so it's full of blood. I've had some clients say, oh, look at my muscles already popping out. I'm like, you just haven't put any blood into them for like 10 years. And now they have blood in them.
Right.
It's not like anything amazing's happened in 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, something has, but essentially you just put, those muscles have always been there. Now you just have blood in them.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, that's a week. That's, come on.
I was just like, man.
So you don't like cardio, so you lost just lifting weights, like bodybuilding style.
Yeah, that's right.
No HIIT classes, no CrossFit. No.
I mean, every now and then I'll, one of my routines that I do is I will do like 4 or 5 sets of doing a row machine as fast as I can for 30 seconds, hopping off, having like a weighted medicine ball, doing a backwards lunge and a twist. And I'll do that 4 sets. And then I'll go to like the ab area and I'll do leg raises, and then I'll do front leg raises to back leg raises.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Non-stop.
Right, just non-stop. And then I'll do hip thrust. Sometimes I'll do like step ups with kettlebell weights. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
I think those, what you just said, kettlebells, which I'm partial to, my favorite piece of equipment of all time. Maybe you should be in your arsenal to get to where you want to be for your next trip. Okay. Because it is a very efficient way to burn some fat, maintain and build some muscle in the process. And if you don't like cardio running, like kettlebell swings can have you huffing and puffing hard.
Like all the way down, or just like mid?
Yeah, like a kick from the hip. So it's like really in your butt. Like if you're kettlebell swinging the right way, you should like, it's a slight soft knee, so a slight bend in the knee. And then you thrust it up with your butt, like your side of your butt, you should feel it, and then it'll kind of essentially float to be in the air, and then don't let it just float and then come back. And there's 2 ways: Russians in your face, and then Americans overhead. Now Shane, Neo, relax. Americans just fine. It's just fine. Some people think it's bad. I have bad shoulders, but I used to do Russian forever. I like Russian. Actually, cardio wise, I think Russian's better because you can really get after it hard. Because what I do is when they come up after it's floating, you need to pull, not like with your elbows in, keep form, but pull that thing back down. And with heavy kettlebells, you would be amazed how jacked you can get.
I actually did one of your workouts one time. You had a kettlebell and you would do a squat and bring it up and you would switch and go back down. I did that. Yeah. I did that.
You can do those with dumbbells real nice too, like a dumbbell snatch. Heavy kettlebells and like farmer's walks.
I love farmer walks. Yes, I love those.
People don't realize how much fat they burn.
Oh yeah, because you have to use your whole body. You know what I mean?
Make sure everybody like don't shrug, like let it hang. I call it skeleton hang. Let the skeleton of your body actually hold the weight, so your muscles, and then concentrate on keeping a tight core, eyes focused, and like set the tempo with your breath. Yeah. I think you should really look into kettlebell stuff. Kettlebells are bomb. Okay. Kettlebells. I will do it. You don't have to run. And like, I don't do cardio on any machine. My cardio is either going to go run some sprints or do some things, kettlebell complex. Yeah. Well, and you don't want to like run sprints and like damage yourself. Right. I mean, if I do run sprints. Right. It's like my sprints are 70%. I don't think you should run full out sprints probably ever really. If you do very very rarely, because when you're like wrapping it up that high, especially the older you get, the less you run, you're asking for something to pop. I'll just say that from bears chasing you. So yeah, I actually that kind of made me overweight too, is because I actually messed up my meniscus running uphill on a treadmill. Just I felt a pop one day and I was like, honey, I did something. And then had to go to the doctor. I had to go through physical therapy, everything.
But
yeah, I wouldn't say like hop into running until you feel like, oh, my knees can handle this. Because when I started, I was like 272 at my heaviest.
But you know what else would help if you have bad knees? How it works.
That was a very good plug. And the reason why is because he actually relieves inflammation.
But it's infrared. So if you don't know about infrared, it's more of like friction that heats up the room, and it penetrates into you and actually helps you detoxify your body from the inside out. So better organs is going to help you if you have any injuries. It's going to help heal it. I bet you'd be really good for your shoulders, sir. And
I'll definitely check one out.
yeah, please. Your first time is free. So we are doing, just a side note, we are doing pre-sale right now. So it's 15 down for $49 a month for life. That's your lock-in rate. And if you're a family member, right now you can add a family member for $29. And that's like from your children from 12 and up. So once like 12 to like 15, you will have to work out with them. But 16 and older, I believe they can work out by themselves, because obviously they should be driving around.
So what's each class? So you said the battle is
so
the crazy bike contraption?
Yeah, so that's blast. So blast is like an elliptical at the top, yeah. And then there's cycle, so just like cycling.
Rub my head or pat my head, rub my
right,
back.
at the same time, yeah. So then there's cycle. And then buns is obviously working your booty. Then there's core, which works your abs, your hips. Then there's, bar, just like pure bar, minus we don't have the bar.
It's a bar like a stripper bar?
No. It's like ballerina. Yeah. No, there's not. That's actually a really good workout.
Yeah.
I actually did it for my girlfriend, Rachel, for her bachelorette party. I brought some wine. I was like, whoa!
All bruised up the next day, wasn't she?
I couldn't get up. I was heavy then, man. I couldn't really get up the pole, but it was fun. I twirled around it, but I was heavy then. Yeah.
That's good that you didn't try to go because you don't want to be that girl.
No, fall on my face. Yeah, it'd be like that one movie. What's it, when she gets her hair stuck in it and then she wakes up and she thinks she's like hot and pretty, you know what I mean? I forget what it's. Amy Schumer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. I hate that woman.
I
shouldn't say I hate that, but God, she drives me.
Man, I used to really, really like her. Then in Oklahoma City, we actually went to go see her live, and all she talked about the whole time was how dirty her vagina was. It was like not very.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
For the whole time?
Yeah. And we were all kind of like, okay, we know you have a nasty vagina. What's next? You know what I mean? But yeah, my husband was like, we're never going to another show again, like with her. You know what I mean?
So speaking of your husband, when you were doing this whole thing, he was doing it with you?
Mm-hmm. He'd cheer me on. He told me the correct form. He basically...
He's looking for a while?
Yeah, so he's always been an athlete. So, I mean, he was quarterback, wide receiver. He did baseball. You know, he did so much.
He looks like a baseball player.
Yeah, so it's his butt, right?
It's just that perfect edge up line he has.
Yeah. I cut his hair. No. Yeah. So, but yeah, he's done that his whole life. You know what I mean? He's just naturally athletic. I don't think there's not one thing that he's not good at. You know what I mean? He's blessed. You know what I mean? Let me just pick this up. Oh, perfect.
He eats well and everything.
Yeah, he eats what I cook him. Mm-hmm.
So did he do that before?
He always says
he's been like, I'm an athlete, I'll just keep working out. Leave me alone.
Oh yeah, he used to be able. They would go to CC's and like clear the whole place, like in high school. Yeah.
And in high school, it's totally. How old is he?
He's 29.
Oh yeah, so it's starting to get where he's kind of getting. Even if he's genetically gifted, it can get out of hand at 29. You can like mess up.
Yeah, so I mean, we have like 1 or 2 like cheat meals a week. You know, we enjoy it and we move on. Honestly, I think that's like the #1 goal. Like everyone, they'll eat something bad and then they're like, oh my god, I'm terrible. You know, like now I'm just like, ooh, this was so good. Like go work a little harder.
I tell people I train, if you have something, eat it, enjoy it. Don't make you feel like shit. Just get back on track.
Absolutely.
It's no big deal. And you gotta let the pleasure when you got. Like I always say, let's say you're on, because I understand if you're working out, especially starting new, and you've been making the gym every time, and you've been eating good, and you've been on doing everything, build momentum. That's what it is. Like you got to build momentum. So going, like you said, even though you didn't want to, builds momentum because it gets easier and easier. Same thing with food. But let's say your homie from out of town's coming in and he's looking to stop in for breakfast. He likes pancakes. You like pancakes. Eat the pancakes. You don't see this do that much.
Right.
Or if you're on vacation,
enjoy yourself.
Eat the food. If there's a buffet, like if I go out of town ever, the first thing I'm doing is looking for food to eat. I'm not going, what is that?
Especially here in Midland. Like
it's terrible here. I say at least go hold it down.
We literally go to like the same places. Volcano, right in Midland.
Is that like the Shogun's time?
No, they have like really good sushi, but they don't really do like the whole thing in front of you. It's not like Osaka. So Osaka's is like bomb.com.
Really?
Get the salmon. Yeah.
I would get chicken and beef teriyaki. My wife ordered it for me. Yeah, but last time I guess it was because every time I go, there's a screaming child like 3 foot from me. I have children.
Yeah. I was gonna say
so
you do have kids.
Jesus, I'm like, I shut my child up and we leave.
Thank you.
It
really irks my soul how people will be in Target where it's worse at is TJ Maxx and the kid's just like and the parent literally just sits there and pushes the car.
I can't do that.
Like, I don't hear you.
We drove to Big Bend. Big Bend National Park. We went like this years ago with my kids. The first getting into camping, they've never done nothing like this. I get this giant tent. It is gigantic. It has its own rooms and stuff. Double air up size, like the double mattresses high, everything. It's all set up. When I pull in, it's real quiet. Everybody there's no children. I see photography. It's getting dark. I see photographer, like people. I'm like, these are they're just chilling. Nature people are chill, but they don't fuck with the nature. Then they won't be chill.
Right.
They have these porta potties, and it's like little. They're nice, but it's like a little tube thing with a top on it. You sit on it. My daughter's probably 5, maybe 6. We go to the bathroom. It's dark. And I didn't get going with her. My wife goes in, and I just hear her screaming. I mean, she's full on losing. She ain't shitting on that thing. And I'm like, damn, it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. You're looking around, these people looking at us like,
why did you bring your children?
We're here for peace. We're here for birds and nature.
Right.
And you brought children.
And stars. Yeah.
I literally broke camp down, loaded everything up, put the kids in the truck, drove all the way back in the Midland, took till like 4 in the morning. I wasn't going around there.
Right.
For my dumbassness, bringing a bunch of screaming kids to that.
They're not old enough. Yeah.
Well, I heard there's other places to go with children, and where I went wasn't the place. It was like seriously old people trying to relax. So I don't understand. I can't stand that.
I can't stand it either. And I'm 30. I'll be 32 in March, and I still don't have kids.
Are you gonna try to have kids? You trying to have kids? Because let me tell you this: even if you're not trying to have kids, if you practice at something, you eventually get good at it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty good at it. We've been together for 13 years, but I mean, we just...
It's impossible.
I don't know. There's some days where, like, I mean...
Wait, do y'all prevent it from happening? Is there, like... You're not trying to have a baby?
No, we're not trying. We like the fun, but we're not like, yeah, let's have a baby.
Right.
I mean, we've done that like 1 or 2 times, and then the next day we're like, what do I do? And then we're praying the rest of the month, and then we're like, hallelujah, you know? So, yeah.
So is there like a timeline?
I mean,
because I'm telling you, kids are dope.
I know. Maybe, so I'll be 32 in March. Maybe when I'm like 34, 35. Because I still want to travel.
Oh, yeah.
I still, Carly and Ivan, they're the owners of Hotworks. They're so kind and sweet. They actually helped me get certified in AED, CPR, and first aid. So I got like half basically being, a trainer down. So the rest of it is to be like a personal trainer. I mean, I train people now just because I know what I'm doing, and I teach them the form like Mark taught me. You know what I mean? But I would like to be a certified personal trainer.
Yeah, that's good. I have those things, and the information is so like generic and kind of almost archaic in some areas. It's unnecessary.
Right. I've actually read that.
I said it's like this: if I'm gonna get brain surgery, and the guy's like, "Hey, dude, I read every book about brain surgery."
I just graduated last week.
Right. Yeah. I've never done it. Or there's this guy that's done 47 brain surgeries, but he never read a book. I'm going with that dude.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody made it. Okay, I'm with that guy.
Have you seen that commercial? He's like, "Guess who got re-enlisted or reinstated?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like that. I mean, anybody, if you could be good at taking tests and studying and pass that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have to have much of experience.
I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's a piece of paper. But I get it. Yeah, I get it. And then they need it for a certain reason, so go ahead and get it. Get the NAS or whatever it is.
Right.
It's not a big deal.
Right.
Like,
and then, just still travel and have fun. I think my reasoning for still not having children is that I'm not ready to stop being selfish for myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Do that.
You know what I mean?
Don't have kids until that happens.
Right.
No, is he ready?
No,
they're good.
No,
they should be that way.
He's not like, oh baby, let's try, and I'm like, no. We're both kind of like, oh, that baby's so cute, oh, and then we see it, and we're like, now we know we're gonna have kids.
When they're babies, they will die if you don't do something with them. If you don't feed them, clean them, and like things like that, give them water and milk, they'll die.
Well,
they are 100% 24/7 dependent on something.
I know, they're like a dog.
I
watched my friend's dog for like 2 weeks.
They're probably harder than because dogs will just stop moving and just relax. Babies won't. Babies will just cry. I got lucky. Our kids never had that problem, but some
people are lucky that they have just perfect babies.
I will say this, so if you ever do have kids, don't let that fucker sleep in your bed.
Oh,
don't do it.
I don't believe in that.
Take those cute fuckers. He looks just like your man, and you're like, oh, no. And you're like,
well, that's why you have to be next to him in the little bassinet.
No, you put that dude in another room with 2020, whatever. It'll be way in the future, 5 years maybe. We'll say at most. 2 knows they're probably like a drone that floats around, takes care of it. You want that thing in another room.
Right. Yeah, that would be tied to drone because I'm weird. Okay, I believe in like ghosts and things like that. So I'm real iffy on putting one of those little like scanner things in there. You know what I mean? If you hear anything or any of that,
Why is that weird though? Because if you think about it, say most people are Christians or whatever. Like, let's say if you have a soul, like what if you just didn't make the time? Like there's like a train or whatever. You didn't make it. You gotta hang out here. It makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Why do you believe in ghosts? Have you seen a ghost?
I have.
Where? You've seen more than one ghost?
I have. Yeah.
In the same place?
This is another.
This is right now.
Yeah. So I think I take it back to.
I've had some eerie shit just so like you don't feel so awkward. I've had some eerie stuff like in times of my life. I'm like,
Even my husband, he used to not believe in them. Mark, he used to not believe in them, and even he believes in them now.
Because of you?
No.
Did ghosts fuck with you?
He had his own experience. Yeah. Oh. So one of the stories is okay. I guess it goes back to so I died on my 10th birthday. Like I had kidney surgery. I have a kidney disease. So I actually died out of surgery. I was like in ICU or whatever.
Flatline.
Yeah, a nurse gave me medicine that I was allergic to. I flatlined, and my mom told me they had to go boom, boom, boom like 3 times. I don't remember anything besides hearing my mom screaming, breathe. She was, breathe! That's all I remember is my mom screaming, breathe. And I couldn't, for hours, I wouldn't be able to just regular breathe. I literally had the whole time. And the doctor had to come in and flush the medicine, obviously, that they gave me out of my system. But it was at a military hospital in North Carolina. My dad's retired military. So they took the nurse out of my records and what medicine they gave me out of my records. So I don't know what I'm allergic to.
What?
That's why they wanted to do kidney surgery again, and I told them no. So I had the choice of either living on pain pills or kind of dealing with this pain. So I've kind of gotten used to the pain in my back, but if my back does start hurting, I know to take care of it. But that's another reason why, I needed to be healthy, because being so big, it's hard on my kidneys, So anyways, that I kind of take it back to I died. But then again, my great-grandmother was actually a palm reader, and people would come from all over for her to read their palms. So you
think you dipped in the world and you got out and hey, we know her.
Right, yeah. So I think probably my dad can actually, my whole family can vouch for this. One time I was taking pictures, I was like in high school, and I was taking pictures in the bathroom, you know, like, hey, let's take pictures, you know. And one of the pictures, there was like this thing in the corner, and it looked like it was reaching for me, and it had like yellow eyes. My dad sent it to everyone. He sent it to every ghost thing to figure out. No one could tell him what it was. But it was real crazy because I had like an orb around me. It was like the thing couldn't go past the orb. It was the craziest thing ever.
Because you dipped in the world.
Who knows? And then the second time we lived in Wichita Falls. This is probably the scariest thing.
Well, that wasn't a ghost. That was a meth head. It's fine.
Okay, all right. No, that's okay. Yeah, you be funny, man. Let me go ahead and get ready. So, we lived in these hood ass apartments, like in Wichita Falls, and Jana and Alan live there, so they're my best friends. Love you guys. Yeah. So they live there too, but like after us. And this man got shot outside of our apartment. So it was like blah, blah, blah. So of course the whole apartments are out there, right? So the lady underneath us, this sweet little black lady, she was like, you know, I need to tell you that the apartment that you're staying in used to be like a meth house. And I was like, what? So, and every time we would wipe the counters, it would be red. It was the weirdest thing. So I don't know if I was like hallucinating or what, but this is where my husband, like, you get him on here, he will tell you, it happened. So I was sleeping and he told me that he couldn't sleep, so he turned around, and I was scared that night. So I have a teddy bear that I've had like my whole life basically, and I was sleeping with it, and he said he turned over and happened to look, and he said it looked like my knee was like on my chest, and he said it was the weirdest thing, and when he went like this, it went completely down and something grabbed my ankle. I screamed, I cried, like I actually had a handprint on my ankle, like
really,
swear to God, hand on a Bible. And then Mark, he actually, something happened to him. His father passed away a few years ago with Lou Gehrig's disease, and we were down there for the funeral and things. So his aunt, I think it was 444. His aunt woke up at 444. And then a couple nights later, his sister woke up at 444. And then we had the funeral, and then we went back home. We used to own a house in Oklahoma City, and we were sleeping, and I happened to get up and go to the bathroom, and I'm coming out of the bathroom. Now keep in mind, we don't have kids,
right.
So he sleeps in his boxers, I sleep naked.
Right.
So like I'm coming out of the bathroom, and in our old bedroom, there was like the kitchen, and there was like, we had a little Scentsy in the corner, and we had an open concept. And I happened to look up, and I swear on everything, I've seen my father-in-law, but he looked younger, and he was smiling right above the Scentsy light, right here. So I was like, oh my God, like that's my father-in-law, I'm naked, and I need to get in bed. That's what I thought. So I'm getting back to sleep, and out of nowhere, I can't even enact the noise, like the terror in Mark's voice. He was like, what was that? Like he literally screamed. My cat was shaking, hiding its head underneath the blanket, and the whole room, it got like, it was just crazy. The energy, her hair was standing. I turned on the TV and it was 444.
No shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we felt like that in the house for the longest time, and it was crazy. I try to anoint the house and everything,
That's
you know?
wild.
Yeah, like legit, real stories.
I had the one legit story that I truly feel like I didn't see anything except, I smelled stuff. So my buddy, he's a good dude, he just sold lots of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So his house always smelled like really fine marijuana. And then I always watched his dog back in the day, we were just real tight. He shot himself, and then I worked with him, and one day I was like, had weird feelings, like, I don't know where Cole's like, not coming to word, my answer. So I went and checked on him. Sure enough, I found him. He shot himself in the chest with a deer rifle, which is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Do not do it to yourself. If you're gonna off yourself, that's not the way to go. Me and my buddy stay and scrub the walls off.
Mm.
But go through your whole day of grief. Everybody's doing their thing, whatever. I meet some friends at the bar, and then as I'm walking back into my mom's house later that night, it's like a Friday, I can't remember. Anyway, my parents weren't there. I'm walking in, right? Walking to my mom and dad's house. There's a door. You walk into a hallway. And there's like a big open living room to the left. There's no weed in my mom and dad's house at all. I opened the door and it is reeking of marijuana. And I was like, what the fuck? And right when I stepped in the house, I just felt like Cole was standing right next to me. And I went, Cole, I'm good, bro. I've had enough for the day. Leave me the fuck alone. I said it out loud. And as soon as I said that, I didn't feel nothing, didn't smell nothing. All lifted off me. I started walking, and about 4 steps in, I was like, whoa, that was creepy as shit. That blew my mind.
He was probably saying, like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, like, I'm okay. You know, I had a friend that shot himself in the face, and I was so mad at him. I was so mad.
Do that, don't shoot. Good God.
And it was terrible. The girl could have stopped it. There was this, so his sister, hold on, I'll tell you why. So my best friend Vicky, me and her were the only 2 white girls at Eisenhower High School with the booties. That's what we were known for. Sorry, baby, I love you. But she was running late for work, or not work, school, and she was like speeding, and she overturned, flew out of the car, and it landed on, like, basically on top of her. She like suffocated to death. It was absolutely terrible. So like a month or 2 later, you know, Barry had this girl at his house, and they were hanging out, and he grabbed a gun, and he was like, what if I just shot myself in the face? And she was like, don't be stupid, Barry. And he was like, okay, well, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette. And she said, okay. So she walked out of the room, and he went bam, shot himself right in the face.
Yeah, but she could have known.
I know, but
even if she had left, she'd done it later on.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true.
But they make the mind up.
That's true. I was just.
He's kind of a shitty move for him to do that with his hair.
Absolutely.
That's
that's true, but I was mad for so long. I didn't go to his funeral. I yelled, like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know?
Yeah,
so his mom lost 2 children. You know what I mean? In a matter of months. Just lost his son and daughter. You know, it's sad.
My buddy was so crazy about him, but he's never seen the kind of, like, ever that kind of. I remember actually, he had a friend about a year or 2 before he shot himself that killed himself. And he was like, I can't let the guy be a pussy and be like, just give up like that. But my friend also, I found a ton of foilies in his house, which
What's that?
Take a piece of foil, you put cocaine in it with a small amount of baking soda. It's pretty much like smoking crack. It's like the fancy person's way of smoking crack.
Oh.
It's
like Whitney Houston.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the reason I knew they're fresh is because a foil that you do that after, like, first of all, I've never smoked a foil.
Yeah, how do you know this, my man?
I'll tell you, I've done a lot of drugs in my life. I've never done cocaine. I proudly have that. And that guy that shot himself kept the streak alive one night when, in a moment of weakness, when I was about to try some. He came out of the bathroom. He's like, "You don't need that shit." He's like, "You never done. Don't even start that shit." And I was like, "All right, cool. Maybe I need to go."
Yeah, I seen someone do coke one time, and it terrified me. I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Don't worry about them. They're fine. They're gonna be fine. Most of the 2 are pros. I remember gathering, like, so if they smoke them within like a day or 2, those foil, it doesn't crunch in foil, it like breaks into broke pieces. So I was like, after we cleaned everything up, me and his other buddy, he's like, he was their Cowboys, and we started looking around. I was just like, dude, you find all these? He's like, fine. I was like, are you having to break it in pieces? Nope, which means he smoked his face off.
Oh wow, he probably just went crazy and just.
Yeah, and he was going through some stuff, and we found things, and I'll never ever say what those things were. Matter of fact, they got thrown away because it doesn't even matter. It's terrible things that he's just in a bad way in his head. But I think that's a big part of it. That was like that's one of those things. It's just like it makes no sense.
And that's a good topic to actually talk about is suicide. You know what I mean? It's so sad the rate these days. It's absolutely. I
think because we're stuck inside places like this all the time, told what to do, how to do it, and then you gotta meet these expectations at work, and then meet these bill expectations, and then meet these expectations socially if you make that a priority, and then meet all that shit. And then you got this hate machine, this window, this portal to hate. I always call it a portal to hate that you can get to anybody.
I was bullied, man. Yep.
And I just think there's too much information, and we're all too dumb to handle it all.
Yeah.
We're all too dumb to talk to each other like this openly, and with just too much access to too much shit all at once. I don't think we're meant to be inside in these lights.
Oh no.
Like
we're basically houseplants.
We don't. We're very satiated. We're satiated. We don't move as much as we used to. I think people should move more. I don't think like an hour a day of exercise is good enough, and then go sit down or something. At least be moving. No one moves around very much. Everybody goes home, sits down, and chills. That's what everybody's doing. That's a big part of depression. It's a big part of anxiety. You just kind of like there's
and always comparing yourself.
Yeah, well, think about struggle. Back in the day, we had like as cavemen, and then just gradually evolving through the years, just to get food.
Yeah.
Just you had to go hunt, just to get water. You had to gas. I mean, all these kids were moving things, working. Nowadays, like we can go get as much food as we want within like 5 or 10 minutes. No problem. There's no struggle. So all of our struggles and all of our worries, we create them.
Yeah.
Talking shit, bullying.
Yeah.
Taking it on ourselves. We find a reason to like struggle. Well, that's the reason people are so like in everybody's business about dumb ass shit. Like just dumb shit.
Yeah.
On every day, like, that's our struggle now.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying to get eaten by like a lion or a bear, or not eating at all, we're worried about who said what about what. And
right.
Yada yada yada.
Right. No, I absolutely agree with you.
I mean, it's we are Rome. I truly believe if we don't, something will happen drastic in society. I see a gradual turn towards the better. I think. I guess, I mean, as small world as I can live in.
Come on.
But like, it's like, I see a gradual turn towards the better. But if we don't, like, we're the most powerful country in the nation. I mean, in the world, rather. And then we're slowly so bored, and we're getting dumber as people, and especially the lazier as people.
Oh yeah, the kids these days.
We're turning on each other. Think about like right now, the country is in half with all this political shit and everything that goes on. It really doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter because
I feel like society does that. Like the news, I don't listen to the news anymore because all it is one station talking trash about this station and this station talking trash about this station. You know, like I don't even tell my own family my political beliefs because it's none of your damn business what my belief. You know what I mean? It's none of your damn business who I vote for, what I believe in. You know, that's not a conversation you like. Well, in my household, at Grandma's house, Grandma was like, if you got something negative to say about Trump, you better leave this house right now. That's the first thing Grandma said when you walked in her house, and everybody just looks at you. They all looked at me because no one knows my political views. You know what I mean?
Well, I'd be like, I wouldn't tell my grandma anything. I'd just shut my mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say that I voted for Trump. The only reason I did is because I just felt so strongly against Hillary Clinton.
Oh my God,
I didn't want to vote at all. But it's like
exactly. Who's the better of evil? Yeah.
I mean, and then to say you can't say something bad about somebody is crazy talk because they're always gonna mess up something. Like he's done good, he's done bad. The presidents before has done all the same. I'm sure he gets out, people will find shit about him. But I'm pretty sure we're stuck with him for another 4 years.
I agree.
I'm just ready to be over the whole. This is like the most terrible. People thought Obama's like run was bad, like division of the country.
This is worse.
Ooh,
it's so bad.
It's getting hostile.
And if you voted for Trump, you're racist, which isn't.
Yeah, I just voted for Trump because it was like
for me at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I voted for Trump because it was like I'm gonna have to cut one of these ropes, and this lady's like a legit murderer. You know, and they're all thieves. Yeah. They're all thieves. Yeah. At some point, they got to do something. Yeah. Like, I mean, Trump's done shitty things to small companies to build massive buildings in New York City years ago, making millions, and then put in litigation for so long they couldn't afford it, they just kind of go away.
Yeah, I'll tell you a really good show you can watch. Me and Mark, we watch it. It's called Designated Survivor. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's like 3 series. I think we're almost on the 2nd series, but it's really good, and it's like political side, you know. It's pretty cool.
That shit's just so stupid. It's just so dumb.
I agree with you, man.
It's the United States, and we've had teams since day one. Well, I guess there's been a Democratic and Republican Party ever since, but it just doesn't seem like the
I feel like it wasn't. Yeah, I would say that it's not as bad as It's worse than like it used to be. You know, you used to be, you should be proud of yourself because that's your voice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now it's just like, why does it matter anyways? Because that's your right as an American. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, if I went to certain cities and like a mile of people walked up and be like, "Who'd you vote for?" I'd be like, Hillary.
Absolutely, I would try to die.
I start counting. They're like, yeah, Hillary's a good choice. She's fine.
Yeah. But it's sad that they literally would sit outside and bully you and literally suppress your right. You know what I mean? And I think that's what society has done on more so women than men. How many women can actually support and be proud of another woman? Not very many.
No, that's true.
Not very many.
Y'all just too good about grudges. Y'all are bad about grudges.
So I've gotten better at holding grudges. I really have. That's a goal of mine, to try and forgive. I might forget you or forgive you, but I'm gonna forget you. Yeah, like, oh hey, I'll say hi to you.
Yeah, that's
you know, I might be polite to you, but
as long as you're holding a grudge, you don't have to be like nice and friends and chummy.
Right.
Like you said, hey, like I'm not affected by it.
Right. Or like, oh, she looks good. Oh, I went to Dallas and I had some black women at a table behind me, and they were like, she bought her ass is fake. And I wanted to turn around and be like, no, baby, like I worked hard on this. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's easy to know if that's real or not, because usually, if the ass contours of the legs correctly, that they match. Like if the butt's big, the legs start big and they go down small. That's real. I have seen. This is crazy.
Bad ones.
I've seen them here.
So bad.
I've seen them here.
Like, hey Arnold, you know, like
crazy. I saw a girl the other day, and her legs were legitimately like this, but her ass was like two kind of beat up, slightly deflated basketballs. Where they're almost all like, yeah, Hey Arnold-ish.
Hey Arnold heads, yeah.
But maybe it's a little more air than Hey Arnold head, but the same shape. And I was like, holy fuck, you paid for that.
I see it. And I was at
Walmart.
Walmart.
Right.
Yeah, I was at Walmart, and it was me and Mark, and we were just like shopping for things. I have been trying, if anyone can find me this and bring it to me, I have been searching for Taco Bell Chipotle sauce. It is so good with fish tacos.
Talk about Chipotle sauce.
Chipotle sauce. They don't sell it at H-E-B. I know, but I wanted to run it down.
That's how bad people are. You're so lazy. You don't have to go anywhere. It'll come to you, but it's going to take 3 days.
I know. Or 2 days with Prime. Yeah.
Do they have that at the actual Taco Bell Chipotle sauce?
Yeah, it's on, like, I don't know what it's on. So we went for Thanksgiving, we went back home to Oklahoma, and one night I made my mother-in-law dinner, and I made fish tacos with salad, and we were like, ooh, we should get this Chipotle sauce. You know, it sounds good. It was so good. And then I was like, oh, don't forget the Chipotle sauce, and we forgot it. Can you bring that? I need my mother-in-law to bring that Chipotle sauce out.
Taco Bell.
Chipotle sauce.
Is it Chipotle or is it Chipotle?
I say Chipotle. Is it Chipotle?
Where are you from originally?
Oklahoma. I mean, everywhere.
Is that where your raisins from though? Like where'd you get your base from? Where'd your foundation come from? See, because I was born in Kansas and I got here when I was 2.
Hey, Kansas, huh?
Yeah,
What part?
Hayes.
I lived in Lansing, Leavenworth.
I was 2 when I left there. So
Gotcha.
I'm Texan.
You're a Texan.
Pretty much.
Who's your college team?
I don't have Oregon.
Oregon. Oh yeah, that's my little brother's team, Oregon. So yeah, they do. I think it's the Under Armour. Is it Under Armour that graduated? Nike. Yeah, Nike graduated there. Yeah.
I gave up on football like as soon as they started throwing flags for people getting really hit. Like I hate to say it sounds bad, but I like my football players with a little bit of CTE.
Right. Like traditionally play.
Yeah.
So college? No college team? Just Oregon?
Just
basketball?
Never. I can't.
No college basketball?
No. No. I don't watch that. No.
So college basketball, KU Jayhawk, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, baby.
Okay, the Jayhawk.
Yeah. College football, Boomer Sooner. Woo woo.
Cousins are for practice. That's what they think about cousins. So what about NFL? Nothing like that?
Redskins.
What's your favorite sport? What sport did you play in high school?
I was a cheerleader for 10 years and I did dance for 12. I did soccer, I did volleyball. I wanted to get into softball, but I've always been outgoing, but I felt like that was like too much.
Too much?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, eh.
Yeah, but there's some softball girls with some taters on the back.
Oh yeah,
everybody's
they're thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. The softball girls are usually thick. Yeah. And volleyball girls too.
When my son gets older, I'm like, son, you see them volleyball, basketball, and softball girls? Those are breeding time.
That's right.
Go ahead
and get those.
You want your kids to come out like running touchdowns and stiff arm people to the ground. You get a hold of them. Cheerleaders, yeah, you might get a couple, maybe, but you're better off going for some.
Or dance. Dance girls are really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like what kind of dance? Like ballet dance?
No. Well, I did ballet for like 1 year and I absolutely hated it. I told my mom I never wanted to do it ever again. Oh, and I did gymnastics.
I love gymnastics.
I was actually on the bars for like 1 year and then we moved. We moved like every 2 to 3 years because my dad's a retired sergeant major in the Army. It's very strict.
So you're born in Oklahoma? How was time you
No, I was not born in Oklahoma. I was born in Büdingen, Germany. So I know kleine Deutsch no große.
I know, sprechen die Deutsch in that too.
Yeah. Kleine Deutsch, no große. So very little, not fluent.
Yeah, all my Wittenbergs is all my family.
Yeah, that's
They're
pretty
all
tight.
from Germany.
Yeah. You know, like, guten Tag, wie hast du? My name is Amber. Ich möchte bitte eine Pamphlet. Or, oh man, ich möchte bitte eine pamphlets.
So you've been back since so when did you live there?
No, so I was born there and I lived there until I think I was like 1 or 2. Then we moved.
So you're German.
Yeah, I actually have a German birth certificate. Yeah, so I have a copy, like a certified copy of one, and I went to the Texas place to get a Texas driver's license. And it's so old, like it's old. They didn't believe it was real, so I literally, right, yeah, as old as me, yeah, but it's wrinkly and old, you know what I mean? So I stayed there for like 2 hours, 3 hours. You know, the DMV is ridiculous. And then they said, oh, I'm sorry, we can't. And I literally checked in the front and I was like, is this going to work? They were like, yeah, get back there. And they said, I cried. I got in the car and I just cried. So my ID was about to expire. So we literally had to drive to Oklahoma to renew my license.
Hey, that's no reason to cry. Gotta work. Calm down.
I know. I'm cool now, man. Yeah. So I actually had to order a new birth certificate, but instead they sent me like a different form, and it's so cool. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's really cool.
And so straight from Germany to Oklahoma?
No, so from Germany to Kansas, from Kansas to Oklahoma.
And then you spent time there.
So I was there for 13, 14 years.
Oh, okay.
So it's home. Yeah.
That's where the base is built.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you think getting in the hot room and doing exercises is a good idea.
It is. You shut your mouth.
They should do it with like a heavy squat room and deadlifts.
Oh, that would be legit.
It'd be terrible.
Yeah. No, it would be legit. I'm so excited. You have to look at it from this point of view. I'm coming from a side to where I'm not thin getting big. I was big getting thin, right? So you can only lose so much weight one way, but that one way is only going to work so much for you, right? Absolutely. So my next step is hot work.
Are you finding a plateau right now?
No, I wouldn't say so. I feel like
it slows down.
I feel like I took like 2-3 weeks off, you know what I mean? Kind of just chilling, you know what I mean? Just enjoying the holidays, things like that. So I kind of felt bad about myself. You know, everyone does that, like, Amber, stop it, you're getting fat. You know what I mean? Like, those are things you have to, like, tell yourself, you know? So, obviously I'm not getting fat, but, so then I work out again, and I've been doing it for, like, when was Thanksgiving? Since Thanksgiving, yeah. Back at it, you know what I mean?
Would they let me go in there and, like, swing a kettlebell for 30 minutes in one of those hot-ass rooms?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, hey, you bring a kettlebell in there, you know, somebody swing it.
Well, just don't break the sauna, because then you're going to be paying for it.
How big and tall is it?
So it's 10 foot by 10 foot.
It's for 3 people.
It's for 3 people.
How many people can be in this whole building at one time exercising?
I think what's 8 times 3? 24? 24 in the saunas, and then you could probably fit about 4 people in the back.
Also, it's a very small private kind of deal.
Yeah. And it's
How are they going to affect crowd? Is it like appointment only type stuff?
So you download an app where this is what we would help you. You would download a security app and you would download, the actual app itself. What's really cool is that you can actually book your classes 3 days in advance. So you literally would go to a time. So say you're like, me and Amber, I'm feeling crazy today. At 5 a.m., I'm going to do 2 cycles back to back. And then I'm going to do some yoga and finish up in the back on the FX zone and lift some weights. You know what I mean? It's literally unlimited classes. So you would literally go to each one and book those classes. So if it's orange, it means it's taken, and if it's gray, it means you can go ahead and So
wake
then
your ass up and get to booking early.
Right.
So you're being a trainer there. Are you in the room with them?
No, I'm actually outside. So I'm the manager. So I greet you, I help you, I show you around. On the screen itself, the middle person is always the expert. The one to the right is the beginner, and the one to the left is the intermediate. So when you get in the class, they explain okay, if it's your first time or if you're a beginner, go ahead and watch her. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're in there with not a person, with a digital.
Yeah.
The doors go.
No, that would be pretty cool. No, it's a sliding door. It goes.
But you gotta push it?
Yeah, you gotta push it. So the closer you are inside the sauna is the harder it's gonna be. So the closer to the door, you have a little breeze, so it's gonna be less hot.
So all the suckers are by the door.
Yeah, all the suckers are by the door.
You should say that, hey, by the way, if I catch you by the door, I know what you're made of.
That's right. Get your ass back in
Everybody
there.
should be curled up in that corner getting working.
That's
so they do bar workouts, like body pump type workouts?
And then there's bands.
It's hot.
So we tell you to start at 120 and acclimate up to 130. But remember, in 15 to 30 minutes, you're going to be burning more calories than you would absolutely. And then you're still going to, I think I worked out for 45 minutes and an hour afterwards, I ended up burning almost close to 1,500 calories.
Wow. Does it make you not want to throw up, though?
As long as you eat a banana or something that's going to give you muscle endurance, I wouldn't think so.
Don't eat a bunch of peanut butter sandwiches?
Right now. Unless you're trying
to... It's not the same, when you get in the sun, you go, oh, it's terrible.
No.
Is it like that?
No, it's
air's not hot?
No.
So you breathe in, it feels like normal?
Mm-hmm. You just get really hot.
This is magic.
No, it's legit. It's legit, my man. I'm so excited. It's going to take me to the next level, and I actually...
Kettlebells in that place will take you to the next level. I'm just saying.
That's true. We do have kettlebells, so we have them there.
Grab a kettlebell and just start swinging it.
Just swing it, but be careful. Instead of being this way, be this way, and make sure just book all 3 classes, right? Or all 3 of them.
Oh, because the rooms are built. So
so it's 3 people. Yeah.
Oh. This is going to be for fancy people, I think.
I don't think it's going to be for fancy. It's for everyone. There's no judgment. Men and women. There's going to be guys that's truck driver and be like, I'm not There's
sure.
been truck drivers that signed up. Mm-hmm. And the aspect that they're excited about is that
it's fast.
Absolutely.
When you're selling time, you're doing this.
Absolutely. You don't have an excuse. You literally just book it and say, hey, the class you want is booked. Guess what? Wait 15 minutes. Not an hour.
And there's a gym there. Is that the squat rack?
No, it's got a cage thing. Ivan wanted to get something like that in there. He was like, man, that would be a good idea. But, right now, no. There's a cage thing.
Can I just get one of them rogues? We come off the wall,
Yeah, those are types that you can put in your garage.
More than probably good enough for what you need there. It'll hold well over 500 pounds. So
yeah.
That
would be legit.
Squat 500 pounds in the sauna.
Right. No,
I'm going to check it out. I'm definitely try.
Yeah, your first time there is free, my man.
I don't know how to do that. That'd be terrible.
Well,
just standing in the room's going to be enough. I sweat like a shaved monkey.
That's fine.
Like a 400-pound shaved silverite gorilla. In summertime when I'm breathing, I have kneecap sweat.
Oh my gosh, so do I. I sweat so bad. I sweat from here first and the back of my neck.
Oh my God. When I work, they have black shirts when I'm training. Thank God, because literally, I get there about 5 a.m. every morning for the first session. By 5:03, sweats from here to here. They can't tell, but if they give me a hug, they can tell.
It's like my friend River.
I'm just breathing.
Yeah, my friend River, he'll just go in a room and 10 minutes later just sweat.
I have to wash my shirts. I have 4 shirts, I think, 3 shirts. I have to watch them every day because it's terrible. I ate a lot of salt. I ate tons of salt.
Yeah, I season.
Are you a salt person? You don't shop for salt?
Not so like.
It's a mineral you need. You have to flex your muscles.
So I do.
And you're gonna get salt a lot. Salt is definitely something you probably.
So I do salt. I just do like garlic powder, onion powder.
But you always do salt.
I mean, like on my eggs, I'll do salt.
You're not a salt person.
Yeah, I'm not just because it makes it so my body naturally retains water and I hold sugars. So I have to be careful with my salt intake because I just swell up anyways.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you eat, how many carbs do you eat in a day? And what kind of carbs do you eat?
So,
you eat tacos?
Yeah, I do eat tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah, they're healthy tacos, but I still use flour tortillas, you know?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Have you not seen these, like, I'll send you a picture of the
I know exactly what you're talking
about. They're legit good.
Well, tell my husband that because I wanted to try them.
They're legit good.
He's like, no, but you taste nasty.
They're legit. No, they're good. Like
I know which one you're talking about.
If I say, like, because there's two things. It's like, when you talk to bodybuilder dudes, they're like, dude, this protein shake's good. And you're like, wait a minute, bro. Is it like
legit
normal
tastes
people?
Good?
Like, it tastes good. I want to eat my food and then have a nice chocolatey protein shake after because it sounds like having a smoothie or something? Or is it bodybuilder workout guy good?
It's like chalk and peppery.
It tastes like topsoil with like cocoa on it. Is it like that? No, like they're good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I think 6 grams of carbs.
I know what you're talking about. So if I can, I'm gonna have to get those. So
the only thing you'll probably miss from it is it's like that fluffy, like soft, real soft taste of the texture more of it. It's still good though. They're good. I mean, if you like, but come on, babe. I'm trying to take the next level.
I tried. I'm gonna try it now. I hope you're listening to this, baby, which I know he is.
He won't get the tortillas up. He'll be like, whatever. You can do the solid thing, but you keep them flour tortillas.
Right. Yeah. Well, whatever. You know. But I probably eat about 130 grams of carbs a day.
Low.
Yeah. Anything under 200 is low.
Yeah.
I feel like
I do way too low. Way too low sometimes.
What do you do?
I'm under 50 usually.
So the lowest I've ever been was like I did 70. Was probably the lowest I've ever, and I was cranky. I was mean.
See, but I think because our bodies are built of saturated fat, but we're so used to burning sugar and carbs when we're born, like in that generation where you have tons of that, everybody eats it, that our body's used to eating it. But if I do fasting, all that goofy stuff.
I don't. I wish I could.
No, some girls. Now for men, it's a lot different. For men, I just went full bore retarded and like cut out carbs, cut out sugars. It was a miserable 3-week experience until one day I woke up and I wasn't hungry anymore. And I kind of kicked into my fat burning mode. So I turned my body into a fat burning machine instead of a sugar burning machine, which carbs turn into the same thing. It's all triglycerides in the end. Right. So girls shouldn't. Girls can, but I would. If I was a girl with a fast, for sure I would do it every day. And I'm learning now that I fasted like every day for like 5, 6, maybe 7 years. And now
you start getting into your muscle and things? No?
I was the 5-star John Brown. 5-star John Brown. Well, when you intermittent fast, whatever you would call it, you build testosterone naturally.
Really?
You build more HGH. Your IGF levels kick in a little better. But if I was to tell somebody like to go that direction, like get away from the low carbs, like slowly cut the sugars back, slowly cut the carbs back, and as you do that, start eating more saturated fats, like whatever you want, red meat, because the saturated fats, eventually your body's gonna go, okay, this dude isn't giving me carbs and sugars, like he's just not. I got all the saturated fat, he's feeding me saturated fat, I can use this instead. So and then when you get to the point where you're actually fasting, when you're not eating whatever window you pick, your body goes, well, I'm good because I'm gonna eat me. Right. I'm gonna eat my storage. Right. And then when you go back to eating more saturated fat, your body just stays in that saturated fat mode. But they have all kinds of studies that you can learn, like you can kind of learn how to run off of both. And I'm trying now to get more like when I work out, do carbs. Like there's this bodybuilder girl I work with, and she's got the short black hair. Her? No, Liz. She has a little bit longer. But she's like bodybuilder girl, but not like she doesn't look creepy right now. Like even when she's in shape, she's lean. But like. She still looks like a female. Yeah, for sure. She's very feminine. She doesn't have like the wrinkle from her face. Like she looks healthy, very healthy. She's very smart about it, but like carb that I started having for pre-workout is 2 90-calorie Rice Krispie treats.
Ooh.
Holy shit! You want to talk about having a pump and be like exploding things? It was amazing.
I like Rice Krispie treats.
And see, and when you're off, when you're like come off of a fast, you're very insulin sensitive. So whatever you eat, you're gonna absorb. So when I eat 2 of those, it's like I get hot. I get like super thermogenic. Blood's like veins are popping because my body is using every bit of that shit, and it's not going to store any of it as triglycerides.
Right.
It's going to use it during that workout, and then after you have carbs too. But I really just tend to stay away from them unless I'm going to use them for something. I know when I rock climb or I'm going to do something long and sustained. I eat carbs.
Oh yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. You have to for that endurance and everything.
It helps.
Right.
But no day-to-day activities. I have to stay low carb.
Yeah, for the majority I do. I would say flour tortillas is probably the baddest.
Yeah, but you're doing it with what?
Fish? Like fish.
Chicken?
No, not necessarily chicken. Like turkey meat.
Yeah, but like I said, carbs and fats. You're probably doing all right. You're okay.
Right, yeah.
That's when it really, because what happens
I can actually look right now and
because the reason I say that is when you're eating carbs and fats together, what's happening is the first thing your body wants to burn is sugar. That's the first kind of, if you put sources of energy in your body, different kinds, it's going to pick the sugar first. So when you put carbs in, essentially sugar, it burns that first, and it uses that as your energy. And then what do you come behind it with? The fats. What does it do with the fats? I've already used my energy.
Right.
I'm good. I'm storing you.
Right.
That's why you don't mix them.
Gotcha. Yeah, so like today, I had 55 grams of fats, and carbs, I had 99 grams of carbs. That's it.
Real low. And see, like, that girl Liz, I think she does like 300, 400 grams of carbs.
See,
but they just...
But she's on a different level, and I really
guess it's a bit more different.
Right.
So there might be a day in like a year or two, you're like, dude, I smoked down 300 carbs because I need, but like you're saying, they're doing different things.
Right.
And
oh yeah, if there's a day.
She's very lean on her fat, not much fat. I eat a lot of fat, so I eat a lot of carbs. That's one reason why.
See, and if I eat a steak, like you eat a lot of steak, if I eat a steak, I'm eating it with like a salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. When I eat steak, it's usually with some greens or just a bunch of steak.
Right, absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie, I did the carnivore diet for almost a year, pretty much a year. And I went every quarter of that year and got my blood tested. Everything's fine.
Good.
I had no problem.
That's legit.
I felt.
See, and the whole reason why I try to stay low on the carbs is my doctor is the first doctor like in my entire life to actually, he looked at me and he was like, Amber, your blood pressure is great. Your blood work came back great. He was like, I see who you are on the inside and I'm going to bring her out. So he did my blood test. That's when we found out that, my body naturally holds sugars. My body naturally holds water weight. So he was like, listen, this is what you need to do. And I literally listened to my doctor and it worked.
That's good. Because some doctors don't know dick about nutrition.
Right.
At all.
And our doctor, his name is Dr. Witten, he isn't like, obviously he's a doctor, but he's not a doctor that prescribes pain pills. He won't do it.
Right.
He believes in a natural way to like heal things. He'll give you shots and everything else, but he will never give you a pain pill because he says all you're doing is like you're, what's the word? Like it's the pain is still there. You're just putting a Band-Aid on it. He's always like, I'm going to heal you.
And maybe create an opiate addiction in the process.
Right, yeah.
Which is like probably what would happen.
Oh yeah. So I just
holistic. That's good. So you gotta figure diet, figure it out. It's all just
so my thing, probably the hardest part in my body to tone is my damn arms. It's so I have my bicep. My bicep is beautiful, right? But I even work my triceps.
Come down with the as the weight
I
comes off.
know. I wish you
Everybody
can't.
says this. That's like one of the last places it's gonna lose. It's gonna be the last place it's gonna lose, but it will go. You just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody's like, I want these to go away. Like, triceps won't make those go away. It'll help. It'll firm up.
Right.
But the fat loss it'll get there. Like you've lost 100 pounds. And there was a girl that came in, did a smart start with me, and she lost 100 pounds of her own. Didn't know anything about weights. And I was like, she's like, I feel awkward with the weights. I'm like, girl, she don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm weak. I shouldn't do it. And I'm like, how'd you feel when you first started losing weight? I gotta know what I was doing. I said, you've already lost 100. Once you lose 100 pounds, don't tell me shit about, you know, like, you got it. It's like, that's hard. That's way harder than getting muscles. Muscles are fun. It's easy to get muscles. Losing weight sucks. You have to change your way of eating. You got your cardio bullshit that no one wants to do. You got like, it just changes so super, like, you don't even push the weights around.
Right.
Once you lose 100 pounds, no one will tell you shit.
Right.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah. I appreciate that.
I mean, so, like, people are like, well, you should be doing this, do this. Like, okay, I take the information, but obviously I'm doing fine.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then don't say shit like that.
I don't necessarily do that. It's just, you know.
It's in your head, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got these things, like, genetically, I don't have much of a tricep. And I got these, like, I'm a flat back. I've never had, like, the love handles go in.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Drives me fucking crazy. But eventually I'm like, you know, it's alright, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
And that's what I had to come to terms. I think for me, my whole life, I looked at my curves as bad because a lot of my friends were skinny, or I was bullied for having curves, you know what I mean? So, like, my growing up, I always hated my curves, but, like, I got to the point where, like, people are paying for what I have. Like I am beautiful.
I was going to say, you should hang more black dudes, because they would have been like...
I did, back in Oklahoma, all my friends back home, man. Yep. I was in our high school. There was like 4 black people for 1 white person.
My wife's the same way. She's built just like you. She's all ass and curves. And like, back in the day, she's like, everybody's skinny. My mom would tell me that I had a big butt.
You know, my dad.
Butt and all that stuff. But then, as culture evolves, and then, I mean, from evolution, when man looks at a woman, even back in the day, that's a childbearing hip. She can bear my child. I'm attracted to that. And the older we get, the dumbass boys got them made fun of the girls. When they got like 16, 17, they're like, oh yeah, like Stick Sarah was cool back when we were 11. But damn, look at Booty Girl over there.
Right.
And what happened to her? Nothing. Right. She stayed the same.
That's right. That's right. My dad, growing up, I think I was real. He always called me Thunder Thighs. He'd be like, man, you need to work out, you got thunder thighs. You know what I mean? And it just, you know.
But it's a slight daddy issue from that. Every girl has a daddy issue.
I guess so. Yeah, just, I don't know.
But it bugged you?
Yeah. Probably the only
You probably did it in a good way, though.
Yeah, my dad is a very good dad.
You probably did it in a good way, like.
Yeah.
Like,
very strict. He raised me to be
always a military guy.
Strong, independent, you know, like, I have a very good dad. I have a great head on my shoulders because of him, for sure.
Yeah, obviously. You don't seem like a wild, retarded person.
No, my
dad. I never see you put anything out there that seems dumb.
No, so you know, when I used to drink a lot, I'd put stories on my Instagram, and then the next morning I'm like, why did I do that? You know, so when I drink, I'm just like, put this phone away. No.
I had one time we were hammered. It was a BMX trip. This was like 3 years ago with some buddies. Hammered drunk, riding bikes, like crashing out, just being just dumb. Like, I'm grown, I have children, and I'm out there like with the boys. I remember being in the elevator on my bike, like we're hammered, and I guess my friends were rolling out and like, hey, we're gonna apologize to the guy coming in last. I forgot my helmet, so I went back to the room to get my helmet. Hey, take one for me. But I'm like in racing position, so my bike fits perfectly where I can like put tension on the pedals. I'm running into the door, so when it opens up, I can just come full fucking blast out. I come rushing out, like barreling through by this lady, hammered drunk. Anyway, long story short, I said I can't remember what I said, but it was one of the funniest Instagram stories of all time. What I said, how drunk I was, and my friends were laughing, and I went to send it, but I erased it. And it was fucking clap. My friends were like, you pushed the wrong button. I was like, yeah. Fuck, I wish I would have posted that.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't have Instagram stories and Snapchat when I was coming up.
Our phones, like, man.
See, they didn't have that. I was like, BlackBerry was about as cool as it got with the little like ball thing.
Man, I had like the snake phone. What was that phone?
The silver one, the Nokia.
The Nokia. I had the Nokia black phone. You know, no one knows.
I had the Nokia.
And you know, you had so much money, and then you couldn't send any more texts. You know,
yes.
My mom would be like, "This is all the money you got." Yeah.
After 7 it was free.
No, I didn't get that, my man. I got the one where you had to put the money on it. See,
I didn't get a phone until I could pay for myself, so I just bought a phone in a car lot for it in high school.
I think I got a phone when I was a sophomore in high school. That's when I got a phone.
Myself, probably same with me. I was about 16, I think, when I got a job.
Yeah.
Remember the phone that could do this?
Yeah, my little brother had that phone. That was like the legit phone.
I would take that phone. Like if I could still touch screen a little bit and have that pad, I like it better. Like the BlackBerry with the little ball for the mouse. That was the best phone I've ever had. It was a perfect size. I liked the keyboard, so I could I don't know, I could just type it, so I could feel the button. But it doesn't beat the smartphones. I still don't understand. I think I'm gonna like the iPhone because this thing's.
I love my iPhone. I always tell people, so I used to sell cell phones. So I work for Verizon. And what I tell people is if you want to personalize every single little bit about your phone, get an Android. If you want something simple and very repetitive, get an iPhone. You know what I mean? That's legitimately like the difference.
I get that because there's just so many passwords and stuff. But I like my Android. I love it. The camera's the best of all time. But I can't FaceTime my kids.
No.
They're all iPhoned out. They're not switching.
You can't download something?
Do, but it's just trash. It's like Bigfoot footage when you see them, they're all like.
Look all cool and
I look good. They look like shit because my phone. Well, everybody knows that Samsung's one step ahead. The screen, your screen's made by Samsung. This camera is, every camera is like, I think 1 year ahead of the Samsung. So ever since Steve Jobs died, they kind of like gave up. They just let Samsung do it and they make a few new buttons and then.
That's crazy.
I mean, but iPhone is still cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I'm an iPhone girl.
What I do say is that I've noticed like it's smoother to operate it, and when I type on the iPhone, this messes my words up way worse. Like I'm always like, what?
Oh my lord, I hate it when. Oh my god.
You have a nice like post, and you're like trust it, and then you go back and go, oh, that looks like a half retarded kid wrote the first half of this.
So. There's someone I know that they never spell check anything that they put on Facebook, and it irks my soul. Like supper. You know why you put 2 P's in supper?
Yeah.
Because you go back. Well, yeah, but you put. So I'm gonna teach you an English lesson. Okay. So you put 2 P's in supper because you always go back for a second plate. There's 2 S's in dessert because you always go back for seconds. Yeah. So. Every time I see like super or desert, I'm like, wah! You know?
I'm talking about spelling though.
That's probably my thing. I'm a big pet. Like learn how to spell and like these wuss, dude, like all that language. I'm just like, good lord, how old are you?
Yeah, well, I don't like 30-year-olds do it.
Talk normal.
Yeah, it's hard for 30-year-olds to do it. My daughter, she texted me the other day. A. Like A-Y-E. I just texted her, I'm your dad. You can say hey, hello.
Right.
Not A. Right. We're friends. Right. I'm your dad.
That's
different level. I don't want to hear A or what she say. Oh, bro.
Oh.
No, she said, bro, and call me my guy. I said, don't ever call me your guy ever again. Don't ever do that. First of all, that just sounds stupid as shit. I just can't stand it.
No, maybe or bae.
Bae?
I hate that word.
You don't use babe?
No, that's the ugliest word I've ever heard. No.
He's not a babe.
He called me babe one time and I was like, babe, don't ever do that ever again. We call each other, my nickname is Sexy Baby and he's Sexy Daddy. So.
Sexy Baby and Sexy, do y'all say this in public to each other? Like in front of strangers? Hey, Sexy Baby.
Yeah.
Sexy Daddy.
It's like, or honey, or baby, or...
I say babe. I say babe a lot. Not too much.
Oh, you can never say babe. Your wife loves you calling her babe. Don't ever stop doing that.
I always call her babe. It's just, I don't know, it's just easier. But I used to make fun of people who say that shit a lot.
Yeah. No, she loves it. Everyone has their own love language. So.
She calls me, I fucking hate it. She has she's like terrible baby talk names. Like, they suck. Like, you say talk to your baby, what is it? God dang it, why can't you remember? It's not Pookie, it's Boogie Bear or some shit.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, don't stop.
Come on, babe. Like,
hey. Why can't mine be Sexy Daddy? You did he make that name up for himself?
No, I gave him that name.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's Sexy Daddy. He earned it. 13 years. So
you've been together, so y'all are...
High school sweethearts.
What? This just don't happen.
No, not anymore.
No, I know the Cuevas's, they stuck it out. Who else is that? That's it. I realized that's the only person I've ever seen.
That's what I like when we go back home. Everyone's like, y'all are the only ones that made it. You know what I mean?
Like, you're supposed to make it.
Right.
Like, that's, first of all, that's never supposed to happen. It's like, dude, you guys, it should be like, y'all are the only ones. But like, yeah, y'all made it. That's crazy.
Right, absolutely.
Y'all figured it out at high school level. You didn't have to dig around.
Right. Well, we have the issues, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 13 years,
but we decided instead of growing apart, we decided to fix ourselves, and like, I let him be him and he lets me be me, and at the end of the day we support each other and we love each other.
It's gotta be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never get married if Brandy would make me do certain shit. And she knows, she's like, that'd just be done. My mom told her, you can't tell him shit. I've been trying, you can't tell him shit. So Brandy's like, yeah. But you give and you bend.
Right.
Even though, like, at first you're like, I'm not doing that. Now I catch myself like, I don't give a shit.
Right. That's how Mark is now. Yeah, back in the day, Mark was not I'm like the first girl he's ever held hands with. He would always just like do like the whole shoulder thing. You know what I mean? And like he's not
PDA'd up.
He used to not be PDA'd
up. He's calling you sexy baby or whatever your name was in public. That's pretty PDA.
So he used to not be like that. Like I would have to like, oh, hold my hand, kiss me, you know, but now it's not like that. Now we just gladly, I mean, we probably tell each other we love each other like a million times a day. Every day we tell each other, I appreciate you. Every single day. I cook and he cleans. He literally does the dishes. He literally knows I've had a long day or like I'm stressed or anything. My man does the laundry. My man, he's so good to me. You know what I mean?
See, I'm a little bit, too much, I think.
What do you mean?
Like, my wife, I've never brought my own plate of food to myself since day one.
Oh, I make his plate. I make his plate for sure. I make his plate before mine.
See, but yeah, I can't wait till you have kids.
We'll be cool parents one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to be like, what, dude? Oh my God, what, you're gonna have to raise kids in like the robot times. Your children are gonna have to fight the robots like my children are. Like, I'm for real. Raising kids nowadays ain't nothing like
it's not. There's no discipline. You can't whoop your kid's ass. You know what I mean?
Like, they got this thing and this madness.
Did you know kids today that sit and look at like a laptop or, you know, like an iPad or anything like that and learn things? Literally, they have done studies and it actually makes the kid more dumb. Like, they literally have to relearn everything in school. Like, it's...
I believe it. Like, computers are good, but you have to have some sort of social interaction.
Right.
Dude, it's so hard. It's so hard. Hey, all parents bitch about these things until it's time for a road trip, though.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. Have fun.
Both of my kids, my son's 8, daughter's 12, they both have iPhone, whatever, the best ones you can have, and they're both... we can watch what they do, but they have no limitations.
Right. Because they know better, right?
I'm all about, you know, hang yourself. Hang yourself. That fire's hot. Right. Why are you touching?
Right. Oh, yeah, that's how my dad raised us, basically. Oh, I bet you learned your lesson, didn't you?
And all the people I noticed when I was younger that were restricted as younger kids, when they got free, went full psycho, like went full party mode. Some girls went full crazy for a while. They all came out of it. But like my parents, when I was growing up, I didn't have any restrictions, no curfew. I could leave town. Like
my older brother, they could stay the night at girls' houses, have girls stay the night, go out, I know.
I'm a dad. I'm with your dad on that one. 100%. You do the right thing. My
dad would run away every single boyfriend I had. Every single boyfriend.
Good man.
Yep.
Good man. It's his job. And his job. And how did?
It was perfect.
How did your man stay? What did your man do? He had to get through some shit.
Yeah, he went through some shit, and then he did the right thing.
Passed the test.
Yeah. Even asked my dad. He was like, "Hey, can I marry your daughter?" You know what I mean? And he was like, "As long as you can take care of her."
I've said some crazy shit to little boys already. My wife's like, "You can't say that to them." I'm like, I just did. What are they gonna do? I have to go tell your dad.
Funny story.
When it comes to daughters, dad's like,
No, you're absolutely right, and especially in this day and age, so they're looking older, but they're younger.
I've had buddies of mine like, "How old's your daughter?" I said 12. They're like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, "Yeah, no, dude. She looks like she's 17." It's all those steroids and those GMOs they've been eating.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
I wasn't allowed to wear makeup till I was 16 or anything. Every time I left the house in a skirt or anything, I had to lift up my skirt and prove I was wearing shorts. Like, hardcore.
Well, my daughter wears like little midriffs. I think they're style. Some are
That's the style. Even Mark hates it. Mark hates my low crop tops. But every time we go shopping, I'm like, see, it's in style. Yeah.
I get it.
Right.
I'm not trying to be that dad, but I'm like,
he's that husband, so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No wrong with that.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
Sounds different. I'm like, hey, you should show more boobs. Like, that shit's not normal enough for me. There's no children.
Right.
Please.
Look sexy for me, baby.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please,
you're not a mom tonight.
You don't want to be like, yeah, I don't want to lie. I've had guys like buy her drinks. I'm like, cool, man. You just saved me like $8.
Right.
Like, no one's mad at you.
Right. So people would like buy, some men would buy me a shot and they'd be like, oh, can he get one too? And they're like, oh yeah, here we go, man. Yeah.
I've had
Right.
my wife walked through it. The guy asked her, where have you been all my life? That corny. She's like, with my husband. And he was, I got to meet this guy. He came over and met me. He was hilarious. Hilarious. His big booties.
Yeah.
Big booties make smart guys dumb, and dick roots on men make smart girls dumb. It's just a fact. If you have those little bitty lines right above your crotch with those little muscles, girls go, I don't even care what happens next. I don't know what this guy says. And guys can be like, they can be geniuses. And a big booty walks in like, huh? What?
And I'm so glad that era is like,
skinny booties are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, because this shit's cold in the wintertime. Like, you can't.
I actually had a guy on Instagram that was like, man, it's going to be a cold winter. And I was like, no, it's not. I'm totally fine, bro. Like, it's good.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but so does your husband, when he gets a cheeseburger from Cheeseburger Joint, does he get water size and the extra fries and stuff?
No, because I tell him no.
But he would.
He would.
Right, that's why he likes a girl with a big booty.
Right.
Wherever I go, I get the most giant drink, the most giant fry. Exactly.
Also, one day this is in Oklahoma City, and we were eating a burger, and he was like, oh, you have something right here, and I kind of just licked it, and I got it, and he was like, that's why I love you, because you eat. He said, I love you because you eat, and it made my heart smile, because I am not ashamed to eat. Like, I think back in like middle school, like high school, I thought it would be weird if a guy would just watch me eat. Like, what the hell is your problem? But now I'm just like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that would be. Why do girls do that? I noticed that girls like they won't eat in front of dudes.
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why it is. Honestly, I don't know why I did it. Maybe I thought it was awkward.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, I'm just bite into a burger.
Well, I guess because if you're a bad eater too, you're
oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, my sister.
I'm a huge person. Mouth closed. One time, I was raised, you do not smack. One time I was smacking bad. My dad hit me so hard, I fell out the chair. Guess what? I didn't smack ever again in my life. That is the biggest pet peeve of my life. It is disgusting. You literally, I really want to look at people and I want to be like, the animals eat outside. That's really what I want to say.
I mean, you hear people, you're like,
now, in other countries, it means that the food is good. Like, so when you don't smack, they think you're being rude.
Right,
you know what I mean? But
now, let me ask you this: since you've been with your husband a long time, do sometimes even when he's chewing with his mouth closed, can you still hear it? Do you still just smack the fuck out of him?
So actually, when we first started dating, he used to smack, and we went on a date, and I was like, "Stop smacking," and he was like, you know what I mean? So he's kind of learned that's my big pet peeve. Or I'll look at him, like another thing is I hate it when you lick your fingers. I hate that noise too. Yeah, I'm just like, stop, you know what I mean?
Sometimes, I don't know if it's like early in the morning or something, but I'll hear Brandy chew. She's not like, but she's just chewing her cereal with her mouth closed. I don't know if my senses are heightened, but I can hear it. Like, I'm like, are you just chewing like a fucking savage right now? Underneath those cheeks? Or am I being sensitive as shit? Because I feel like smacking you in the side of the head right now.
My older brother, he had to get nose surgery. But whenever he eats, he goes...
My son does that because he has bad... Yeah, that dry.
Yeah. I'm always like, it ain't going nowhere.
Trying to suck
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a good time to end it. And I'm gonna say I have to agree that your dad was right. Run off all the boys. Your husband's right. Big booties rock. He should rock climb. Go to Hot Works. See you. 15, 30 minutes like the psychopaths in the laser rooms.
I'm telling you, you say it's a psychopath, but you.
I mean the best way. Best kind of psychopaths ever. I'm a psychopath in my own way. The things I like to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, you basically work out in a hot area too, don't you?
Yes, super.
Yeah. So you're a psychopath.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. In the summertime, it's cold as shit right now.
Yeah.
I don't mind now because it's getting nice right now.
So yeah, and I know that's another thing. Some people don't like to work out because it's cold. Well, come on.
Yeah.
We got you.
Sure. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up on that one. I appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
Go to Hot Works. See her.
Yeah, come and see me. That's right.
Bye.